Hey guys, hope you're having a beautiful Friday. So I didn't really plan on making this video today, but after going over this subject with my team as well as sharing it with my customers, I feel like it's something that should be understood by a whole bunch of people. Okay, and this is not for people running businesses. This is not for people running agencies. This is for you as a human who has a purpose. Okay, if you don't have a purpose, then this is not for you. It's totally fine. You can go do your own stuff. But if you have a purpose, please pay attention. Okay. And what am I going to talk about today? It's about the importance of having standards. Okay. And being accountable. Okay. So what led me to bring this subject up with the team? Well, essentially, I've been seeing that some people on the team are not necessarily that they're not doing the thing that they should be doing, but they're not doing the thing that they should be doing at the time that they should be doing it, with the consistency that it should be done. Okay. And that is, we're still making money. We're still making more money than I even know what to do with. Okay. That's not a question of making money. Okay. The question is, what I tolerate is what I get, right? It's and this always comes back to this thing about understanding second and third order consequences. But it's like, if you want to build something sustainable, if you want to be happy, happiness is really, you just make a decision to be happy and you can be happy. But if you're building a business, okay, the level that your business will get to reach will be highly dependent on the standards that your team has. Okay. So if I myself, as a CEO, as a founder, as someone who's leading a team, is not getting on a call and telling, hey guys, I know it's good that you guys are showing up. I appreciate you guys being on this team and helping me grow this business. But if I don't sit there and tell them hey guys, if you don't do this thing at this time with this frequency, I'd rather let you go than keep you on this team. If I'm not able to do this, then I'm doing a disservice to much more than just my bank account. I'm doing a disservice to the customers. I'm doing a disservice to prospects that need our services but that don't know it yet. I'm doing a disservice to all the people who could start making way more money than they are currently making, because maybe someone doing outbound on my team or outreach is not consistently enough, is not consistently following up, right? Or it could be one of my operation manager, or let's say Reg, who's not making sure that customers are getting onboarded properly. If I let those little things slide, one thing is guaranteed is I'm gonna keep making money. I'm gonna make money tomorrow. I'm gonna make money next year, this and that. But I'm not gonna reach a level that I can actually have impact that that actually changes whole generations, right? It's not just about me. It's not you don't need, as a human, you don't need to make a whole bunch of money to achieve a lot. You could make 2-3 grand, 5 grand a month and you're good, right? But I don't want to be good. I want everybody with a purpose to be good, right? If that means building businesses, getting customers, then okay, that will be it. If it just means inspiring them with my path or my journey to get them to focus on their own journey, then that's the way that I want to do it. But the standards, keeping your team accountable, keeping yourself accountable. This is probably, because if I don't keep my team accountable, then I'm not going to keep myself accountable. Because there is no way I could show up on a call and tell someone, hey, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Well, if that person could easily tell me, hey, Serge, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So the good thing of keeping your team accountable, okay, means that you're going to have to follow the same script, right? And that's the best thing, right? Because if I know that, hey, my teams are, they're waking up every day, they're, maybe they're not even working full time for me, but at least they're showing up every day and, doing their share of, of work, right? then I'll be like, oh my God, I have these people relying on me. I need to produce, right? I need to make sure that payroll is set. I need to make sure that, if one kid needs to go to school and they need money, hey, like, ask me for money. I'll give you the money to get your kid to school, even if it's out of the budget. I don't really care. But if you're not keeping yourself and your team accountable, then how do you expect for your customers to even respect you, right? So, I used to work for my last job was for, I was in the customer service department, and I really never really understood why they were pushing so much to have like a 98% customer satisfaction rate or above that. I was like, yo, this is too much. Like, some customers are just annoying, right? But customers being annoying is something you can't control. But what you can control is your standards, okay? And this is where this thing becomes really good. It's like you don't care about what the environment is telling you. You're focusing on what you can control. And what you can control is the level of commitment, is the level of work, is the quality of work, is the support that you give your customers, okay? Because if that is really high, then you don't ever have to worry about anything else, right? Because if you're always chasing excellence, then that means that the least you can have is maybe, above average stuff, right? But above average is still good, right? But a lot of people, what they do is they think that they could just put in 20% of the work and still get to leave like the top 1%. It doesn't work like that, right? And I still don't understand why people hate on people who have a crazy life. And I'm not talking about happiness. I'm talking about people who can fly on jets. I'm talking about people who can buy anything. I'm talking about people who can donate $1 million, like if it was paying for this bottle of water. Like, a lot of people hate on them, but it's like, yeah, but if you hate them, then it just means that you hate commitment. You hate high standards. Because nobody you can't just, I don't even care if you're born in a rich family. Like, you're not going to sustain that unless the level of the standards you have for yourself, the level of sacrifice that you're ready to put in, if it's not high, you don't deserve anything. You don't deserve shit, right? And the universe can tell when someone is just putting in 2% of work and try to deserve 98% of the rewards, right? So I'm not sure if this video is clear for people, but keep your standards high, guys. Don't try to be making 10 grand a month. Put in the work of someone who earns 10 grand a month. Don't focus too much on making 100K a month. Have standards of someone who makes 100K a month. Build a sales team. Build content, right? Show up for your customers. Sacrifice short-term money to build really cool products and get your customers results, right? That's still a standard, right? Because some people would rather sacrifice for short-term dough to just feel like, oh, they're making money, but their standards don't require them to actually serve their customers. All they're focused on is, hey, me. But that's the type of shit that keeps you broke, right? You're focused on short-term just to show off your Stripe account, but your customers are just leaving and coming to me and saying, hey, this guy just scammed me or did this, right? So yeah, it's really about standards, guys. And I promise you, if you increase your standards, it could be in school. It doesn't have to be business, like I said. It could be in school. I never really had these, high standards when I was in school. I learned the lesson, let's say during the day, but I didn't understand it clearly. And when I got home, I didn't really study. I waited for the day before the exam to try to learn everything, every concept. And guess what? I failed, right? But nowadays, you can give me any test, I'll fucking succeed, because now I understand that it's not a question of, you're going to study once and then you're going to win. No, it's like, I'm going to make it unreasonable for me to fail, right? And how I do that is I consistently like study. I consistently put in the work every single day. And I get to a point where I'm like, I'm the best at math. I'm the best at client acquisition. I'm the best at making content, because guess what? I fucking create content every day. Like, this is simple. This is, some people are afraid to get in front of the camera. Why? Because, it's like, I don't need to get on camera. Well, because your goals are not high enough, right? The pain of getting on a camera is way higher than the cost, than the pain of not achieving your goals. If you switch this up, creating content is the easiest thing ever, right? Easy, right? So, yeah, standards, guys. Like, if you see a team member who's not showing up on time, who's not doing this, get them out of your business. Say, hey, I'd rather kick you out than lower my standards, right? I'd rather fire all the media buyers in my fucking team and lose my customers than give my customers a shitty outcome, right? That's the type of vibe I'm on. I'm ready to risk it all just to make sure that the level of like the results that my customers are getting, right? I'll fire everybody before I give my customers, like, before I sacrifice like the experience of my customers, right? How do you guys think, Amazon is where it's at? It's not because they have the most, the best people on earth. They probably don't, or maybe they do, I don't know. But they have a nasty focus on the customer, right? And guess what? They're willing to go 25 years without being profitable for the customer, to build better products, to build new departments, to build, clouding systems, to not just focus on delivery, to pay people well, to buy like 700 airplanes just so that stuff could get delivered, right? Some people are just so short-term focused that, like, they're just gonna build, I'm gonna build a one employee delivery thing. Guess what? Because they're just focused on, like, I'm gonna charge 10 grand and I'm gonna make 5 grand in profit. And then they're like, oh yeah, I'm good. But Jeff Bezos goes after the whole world because he has high standards and he focuses on the customer. He's not focused on, how much am I making per month? He's focused on, how can I get everybody's delivery to get done in less than 24 hours. And that's the type of vibe that you guys need to get on, because that literally, like, if you start thinking like that, not like, oh man, how much money am I making per month with my agency, or hey, how much money am I making? And you actually focus on, like, hey, why are these brands not able to scale? Why is iOS 14 messing up with my customers' results? Then you stop thinking about, my retainer, and then you actually get to solving problems, right? And that turns you into a dangerous person. Forget about client acquisition, right? The person I'm afraid of is a person that is doesn't care about making money, and that just cares about getting his customers' results, right? That's the scary person. A lot of you guys are worried about who has who has social proof, this and that, but like, social proof will only get you so far. If you can't get your customers' results, like, people will notice it, right? And people will talk, right? So you might make money for 5 years, but it's done. So all I'm trying to say is, have high standards and focus on actually delivering, instead of focusing on the short term, instant gratification, on short term pleasure, right? High standards, guys. If you want something in your life, the only way to achieve it is to have put your standards so high that, like, you don't tolerate bullshit, right? If someone is trying to detract you from your goal, be like, hey bro, like, I'll block you 1,000 times on social platforms before I let you fucking get in my head, right? That's it. So sometimes you gotta block a few people. You gotta block out the negative stuff, right? Even if it's your parent, tell them, hey bro, like, you put me on this earth, but like you played your life, let me play mine. And I'll definitely not sacrifice my life because you're afraid for me taking risks, But that's it. Have a beautiful day. Ciao.